Okay, loves, welcome in. Listen, I always do a little bit of a pre-shuffle before, I'm just getting into the mode for reading, okay? And a whole stack of a little stack of cards came out, and I'm tuning into the energy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, did this fall out? Should I read on this? But look at what showed up here. We've got the Devil, Nine of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. And I'm just gonna need you to buckle up right now because this energy that came out is messy AF. I gotta be so for real, okay? Look, right away, what I'm seeing. Well, first of all, let's talk about what I heard. You know what I heard? I heard, oh no, not the washed up player. That's what I heard. Oh no, not the washed up player again. And look at this is what I'm seeing here. So it's obsession, it's sleepless nights, right? We've got someone watching and we've got absolute burnout energy, right? And then, with the with the washed up player coming through, I gotta be honest, this person basically thought they could just move on from you. They thought they could play the field, right? They thought they could keep you in the background. They thought they could just put you on a shelf and leave you there for when they were ready for you, that kind of a thing. And basically that life would keep handing them new toys to play with, okay? What I'm picking up is someone who is haunted by you and your energy, okay? Obsessing right now. The devil tells me, they're basically chained to you energetically, okay? That's what I see here. They can't stop thinking about you. The Nine of Swords, they're not sleeping. They're basically replaying everything that, went wrong. We have the Page of Swords here. They are definitely looking at your profiles. They're keeping tabs on you. They're scrolling your socials. They're talking to you, with any mutuals, right? I feel like they're even seeing visions of you, dreaming about you, daydream, night dreams, nightmares even for some of them here. And honestly, the Ten of Wands, this is the consequences, okay? It's weighing on them super heavy here. All the choices. There's gossip. I'm gonna pick up on gossip, okay? There's karma. Everything basically they tried to bury is piling up for this individual. And honestly, bestie, I gotta be honest here. Spirit saying this person's biggest punishment right now is your silence. I don't feel like you're talking to this person whatsoever. I really don't think you are. You were the one that got away. Okay, I gotta say that. And now I feel like you're the one that they cannot escape. All right. Now, before we even ring the sound bowl here, we're gonna take a deep breath together, okay? Because I feel like this reading isn't really just about their obsession. It's really about how your peace became their chaos, okay? That's what it is, right? So let's clear the space, all right? I'm going to call in spirit, and we're going to see exactly what's going on with this washed up player and basically, what's going on with them. And they just, whatever, they all of a sudden just can't handle the quiet from you, okay? We're just going to see what's going on. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. I forgot to welcome you all in. Hi, everyone. Welcome into Turning Tide Tarot. My name is Alicia. Okay, I just kind of went off because you know what? We have read about this washed up player before. Not once, not twice, but I'm pretty sure thrice in the past, okay? And this person does keep coming up every now and again. It's like there's a prairie dogging into your energy, okay? They definitely can't handle the quiet. So let's first go ahead and, if you know who this is right away, why don't you hit that like button so that you can connect with the energy. But I'm first needing to know what's really keeping them up at night when it comes to you. I want to know what's going on at night. What's haunting them when it comes to you? What is haunting them when it comes to you? Okay, the Empress. Wow. Okay, let me just get a little bit more. Okay, we already know that's you. We always read for our collective being the divine feminine. Hang on here, friends. Okay, loves. I'm gonna have to pause every now and again. Thank you for your patience because I still got a cough. But anyways, I want to do it in your ear. All right, let's get to it. So what's haunting them is you. I mean, you in all of your glory. I gotta say, with the Empress energy, we always read for our collective. This is the divine feminine. It doesn't matter if you're a guy, a girl, if you're both, either, neither, doesn't matter. This is energy, right? This is energy. So what we have here is somebody who is the complete package, okay? The Empress, right? You are abundant, okay? You have it all. You're glowing and you're somebody that's irreplaceable, okay? You are someone that's irreplaceable. They can't replace you. Maybe they tried, okay? But they've had to find out the hard way that you are irreplaceable, okay? And I feel like it's your silence is feeling like a rejection that's straight from the divine for this individual, right? They know they've given you more than good reason not to speak to them anymore. And I feel like I'm hearing this right now very specifically. They are desperate for your attention. Desperate for your attention right now. They may be I just heard again, pulling out all the stops. Now, I don't know what that means for you. Like, I feel like based on what's come out here about what's haunting them, I see that you probably very likely have this person blocked out of your life, or at least you are not paying them any mind right now at all. Okay. And they know it. And that's why I feel like they're so desperate right now for any morsel of attention that you're going to give to them or could give to them. They know, first of all, that they don't deserve it. Okay. Because they definitely did you dirty. We are reading on the washed up player, friends. They didn't not treat you like an empress when they had a chance. Remember, okay? Remember what they did. Remember how they treated you. And I feel like you do remember because, I mean, they are over here sitting in the silence, the consequences of their action. You've got your defense up. You have got blocks in place, okay? You're not listening to this person. You be ignoring this person. You don't reach out to this individual. You stay silent. You've had to heal, okay? Especially with the Four of Swords, you have had to heal from the heartache. We've got the 2 and the 4 of Swords. In between is the 3, right? And that tells me how much they freaking hurt you, right? They know how much they hurt you, and that's what's haunting them right now. Now, players do have feelings. When they are the washed up player, let me tell you, friends, they've run out of their options, okay? That's what the washed up player is. The washed up player is somebody who thought they were, king shit of Turd Island, okay? And that every person and their mother was falling at their feet in love with them because they were the best, they were the shit. And, whatever, they could just have their pick, right? They could just have their pick of anyone, whatever. I feel like you had genuine feelings for this person. Okay, you had genuine feelings for this person, whether or not they were like a flamboyant type of player where they had it in everybody's faces, or they did this on the sly. Either which way, they worked themselves into a reputation. They painted themselves into a corner. They screwed over too many people. They played with too many people. They played with you, whether or not you went around talking about it in your community or with your friends or whatever. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But people found out the hard way. Everybody found out. Everybody found out with the player, right? This is the washed up player. The washed up player no longer has any options. Okay, now. This is when the washed up player has to see themselves, spend time with themselves. This is when they, they have no other choice but to look at, they're sitting in the consequences of their actions because nobody wants to touch it with a 10-foot pole, okay? This is where they're at, and this is part of their karma. We're going to get there, but it's all coming in channeled, and I just got to say, we know who the washed up player is, right? We know who they are. We know what happens, okay? Anyways, let me tell you that what's keeping them up at night, what's haunting them, is that they actually feel connected to you. You are the one that still sticks around on their mind. You are the one that they can't shake. They have, I don't even know how many. I'm not even going to say I know what their body count is, okay? I'm not going to even pretend I know. But I'm going to tell you, out of everybody that they have dealt with, you are still the one. Right? You are still the one that they cannot let go of. They can't shake the image of you. They see you everywhere they look. They close their eyes. They're dreaming. They're day, night, doesn't matter. You're the one. that weighs heavy on their mind, heavy on their heart. They obsess about you. Then the reason is because you are the divine feminine energy. You are the empress. You are the complete package. Okay. Not only that, but you have turned your back. You've walked away. You have shut down. You may have even done some cord cutting with this person. You may even done some cord cutting with this person. Again, you had to heal because it really hurt you. You had genuine love for this person. And I don't feel like you knew the scope of their player ways. I'm going to say, I don't feel like you knew. Okay. And if you knew that they had maybe like a past, or they had been with, many people or whatever, the love that you felt, the connection you felt with them, you knew that it went both ways. Okay. The love that they felt for you at the time, you could feel it. You could feel it. You weren't taking crazy pills. You knew this connection was something real. You knew there was a soul connection between you and this player. Okay. You knew it. And I know it might sound a little bit crazy, to people maybe on the outside looking in. Maybe people did call you crazy for it. You never know. People didn't understand it. People didn't seem to, they just didn't know why you cared so much about this person who definitely needed to, they needed to grow up. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Now, we're trying to find out what's going on, like what's really keeping them up at night about you. Well, all of this is because you're the one that got away, right? You're the one that they still cannot stop thinking about, cannot stop obsessing over. They are desperate for your attention right now. I feel like anything that you liked, okay, let me say desperate for your attention. What's coming up to me right now, very highly channeled, is that, maybe you always told them, oh, I really like that shirt, or I really like that outfit, or I really like those shoes, I really like your hair like that, I really like, something that you had complimented them on. They are rolling around trying to go to the places that you've been to. They're showing up looking like wearing your favorite shit, wearing your, they're going to your favorite places. They're looking like they got their hair styled a certain way, or they're, showing up, whatever. They're posting on their socials. I don't feel like you're looking at their socials. I gotta be honest with you. I don't feel like you are, but they're still posting as if by chance you might see. Okay. That's what I mean. Like, they are desperate for your attention right now. Now, okay, there's that. And I know that's a lot. Okay. We have the Knight of Cups. They do know that with the Knight of Cups, the only way back into your world is going to be through a real apology. Okay. Not like a little charming text, not a half-hearted like message sliding into your DMs. Like, this is what they need to do, is come forward with this actual confession of how badly they messed up. Okay. And that, bestie, I gotta say, is exactly what's keeping them up at night. Okay. Facing what they've done, knowing that you're no longer available for any kind of crumbs. They know that. Okay. They know they were there. They've been there. So what's happening in this moment, this washed up player, can't forget about you, who realizes that they threw and fumbled, they threw away a genuine soul connection. They fumbled the bag when it came to you, being the Empress. This is the consequences that they're sitting in right now, being on the outside of your life, having absolutely no one else to distract them. I got to be honest with you. If they had somebody the last time you checked or the last time you heard, that fell apart. I got to tell you that. Okay. It fell apart. It could be playing as if it didn't, but it did. All right. And so this is them. They're on their own. They are sitting in the muck. Okay. They are sitting in the muck. They've got to face what they did, and they know you're not available. Okay. So I got another question. Okay. Because we started talking about some of the gossip, with the Page of Swords. There's gossip around. People know, people found them out. People, you know what I mean? Like, again, especially if they were trying to, function on the sly, they've been with enough people now that, like, I just heard ran through, okay? Ran through. Everybody knows what this person's all about and what their game is, okay? The washed up player. Now, let's see what their karma is, what the gossip is. Okay, I want to know, because your girl likes the tea, okay? Your girl likes the tea. Your girl loves the tea. Actually, speaking about tea, there is another reader on this on YouTube that I have just actually come across, and I love her readings. Empress T 44444444. I don't know her name. If y'all know her name, let me know. If you haven't tuned into any of her readings, they're very good. I really love the way she reads, and I love her energy, and she's just straight up. I just love it. Anyway, and she says something that's, oh shoot, she's got like a little phrase, a turn of phrase that I love. And I don't know why I can't think of it right now. Oh, she says, you gotta be more careful. And I'm like, yes, yes. I wish she was reading this reading right now to y'all because I'm like, oh, you gotta be more careful. That's what she would say with this person's energy. Okay. Anyway, go check her out if you haven't already. If you have, let me know in the comments. She's awesome. Okay. So, yeah, where were we? The Empress. Gotta be more careful. Freaking washed up player. Okay. What is their karma? Why are they coming up? Why are they coming up for our collective? Maybe you just needed, like I said, once in a while they prairie dog into your energy just to check in, just to see what's up. I don't know. They're definitely sitting in their karma. Okay. They're being haunted by you. Okay. They're losing sleep. But they are in the center of some serious gossip. Okay. So let's see what's being said about them behind the scenes. Okay, let's find out what the gossip is. There's a Seven of Swords. Loud and clear, friends. Loud and clear. Like I said, this is not a secret what they've been up to. Lying, stealing, cheating. Temperance. Why temperance? King of Swords. Let's see what we got here. I want to know what's being said. Oh, the breadcrumbs. Six of Pentacles. There's the... Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Listen, for some of you, this is extra. It stings extra because this washed up player at one point in time, this could have been your twin, okay, who did not do the work, okay? They went the lower way. They took the low road instead of evolving spiritually. This person took the low road instead of doing the healing they needed to do. They didn't, okay? That stings a little bit extra. Let me tune into this to see what's going on. Okay, bestie, tuning into this, all I could hear, I hate to repeat myself in another kind of way, but all I could hear with this energy is exposed, okay? Exposed, right? I already said this, but it's coming up. It's coming up just to like really nail it in, right? Everyone around this person knows exactly who they are now. Everyone, okay? Seven of Swords, it tells me sneaky, two-faced, play the field kind of behavior. It is not a secret, right? The mask didn't just slip. It's like, everybody knows this is how they are, okay? This is how they've always been, or this is how they've been behaving. The whole community saw it. The people they use, the people they use, people they charm, nobody's buying it, right? They've basically been outed as a manipulator, a liar, or, one who always wants control, okay? One who always wants to control the narrative, okay? I'm allowed to text other people. I'm allowed to go out. You don't ask me where I've been. I'm going to do what I want. You don't get to do anything. That kind of attitude, okay? Now, King of Swords, Emperor, it is ice cold, okay? This is ice cold. It's someone basically who tried to dominate everyone around them emotionally, maybe even financially, okay? And now they're basically sitting in their own isolation. So it's giving like everyone's talking about me, no one's talking to me, okay? Everyone's talking about me, no one's talking to me. Now, I feel what's interesting here with this six of, this is breadcrumb energy, right? Okay, breadcrumb energy. But I feel like Spirit saying the scales kind of have been flipped, right? So the same way they basically breadcrumb you, giving just enough to keep you hooked, right? The universe is basically returning that energy to them. Like no one's giving them attention now. No one's investing. All those side connections that they were juggling, everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. And temperance, it really tells me that balance, has been restored, okay? All the gossip, all this rejection, all the silence, okay? It is karma. It's karma, right? I mean, the player's game finally caught up with them is what I'm seeing here. Meanwhile, with temperance energy, I really feel this is you. I feel this is your vibe because everyone can see that you were the real one, right? You were somebody that they really messed over. Like, I feel like when people saw the two of you together, it was like, oh my gosh, those two, we had a reading not too long ago, and I feel like this is coming up. Okay, this is very much coming up, and I wish I could remember what it was called. But it was basically talking about how somebody's like social value went up because you were dating them or you were seen with them or something like that. And then it went to their ego. This person may not have even been a player before you. Okay, that's a kicker, right? That is a plot twist. This person may have been like on no one's radar, okay, until the two of you got together. Oh, that makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. And then it went to their head, oh, if I could snag somebody like you, then I might be able to do better. That was the way of thinking. Again, this person took the low road. Okay, we're not mincing words here. This person took the low road. Um, they could have taken the high road. They didn't, and I feel like other people saw that happen. Okay, definitely other people saw that happen. Now, again, meanwhile, people saw that you were the real one, right? You were a person that they really messed over, right? But the thing is they see you as being like unbothered, right? Like you're glowing, you're doing your own thing, you're leveling up, right? And I feel like there's a contrast here that it's basically people are seeing their downfall versus your peace. Okay. And I feel like that's really fueling a lot of the chatter right now. You are their unfinished business, and the universe is basically making sure they feel every ounce of what they put out. Okay. That's what I see. That's what I see. That's what I feel. That's what's happening. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to keep going. I feel like Spirit's showing me that they got something they desperately want to say. Okay, but their pride and the shame, I feel like they're holding it in right now. So, what do they secretly wish they could tell you right now, bestie? What do they secretly wish they could tell you right now? Queen of Swords. Well, they know that they can't just waltz up to you with the Queen of Swords. Jeez. Whoa, okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles, okay. Oh, and okay. All right. I gotta look at the bottom of the deck too. Hold on. Okay. Right. All right, let me tune into this. All right, Bessie. I'm tuning into this, and it's getting pretty emotional. It's getting a little emotional. I gotta be honest with you. Look, they know. Okay, they have so much. They have so much they want to say to you. They wish they could say right now. They know. First of all, let me say, they know they'd have to come correct to even get a friggin' word in edgewise with you, right? The Queen of Swords. This is you, right? You've seen through every lie, every game, every excuse, right? They know they can't charm you. They can't outtalk you. And that is intimidating as heck. I gotta say that because, the Queen of Swords is like, they know that you have the power, right? First of all, you're gifted. They know that. Okay. Second of all, they know that heads are going to roll if they don't come correct. Like, it's like, I better have my ish together before I even try to step to them with any kind of apology. The apology is here. They want the apology. They want to give the apology. Okay, they do. We'll get there. Okay, because with the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles, that tells me they wish they could ask you for another chance, like a fresh start, right? Where they finally do things right. But they have been juggling, okay, with the Two of Pentacles, how to approach you, okay? What to say. You got your guard up on high, right? Why wouldn't you? You probably, like I said, you probably got them blocked. They'd have to figure a way around that first, okay? Before that blockage, even if it's just an energetic block, okay? Doesn't mean that you have to have them fully blocked, but you know what I'm saying. So they have to figure out how they're even going to approach you. They're going to figure out what they're going to say, when to reach out, right? But here's the thing. They're waiting for this perfect moment, but the perfect moment, it don't exist. It doesn't exist, right? The perfect moment does not exist. But I gotta say, with the Six of Wands here, it does show me that they are building up their confidence, okay? They're practicing. I feel like they're practicing an apology speech, okay? And it's happening in their head. It's happening when they're in the shower. It's happening at night. Okay, this is what I gotta say. This is how I gotta say it. This is what I want to say. They're going over it over and over and over again, right? Trying to build up this confidence, trying to sound brave, but the moon says they are absolutely terrified. They are so scared of rejection. They are so scared that you're going to cut them down with the same sharp truth that freed you from them in the first place. Okay? They are terrified of what you'll have to say. All right? I got to be honest with you, but they are working up that confidence. Now, with the Eight of Cups underneath it all, I gotta say, this is their biggest regret, right? Is walking away from the one thing that was real. And that, bestie, I gotta be real. This is why this reading came out today. Spirit's basically saying this person is going to muster up the courage to face you. They are. They are. And I know you've been feeling their energy for a reason, okay? They are working up to it. You could have dreamt about them recently. You could have seen them recently. You guys could have crossed paths out of nowhere. Like maybe you didn't see this person for quite some time, and then all of a sudden, you know, here they are, right? It's because they've been manifesting you. Okay, they've been manifesting you. They've been manifesting away around the block, right? Again, they're working up this courage. They're mustering up this courage to actually face you. Okay, because again, you are still here. Right, there's something different. There's something always was different. You are still in their energy, okay? But okay, here's the real question. When they finally do, is it going to come from a genuine place of growth? Okay, has there been any growth, right? Or is this going to be like another self-serving friggin' cycle, right? Because honestly, it feels like the energy. It feels like they're teetering like between karmic lesson and a repeat performance. I mean, I can't tell from this. I really can't tell from this. No. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I feel like, you know what? I will extend this one. I am going to look into this. I'll look into that in the extended, okay? Let's see exactly what their next move is going to be. All right. I want to see what are they going to say when they finally reach out. Okay, let's get details, right? Let's see whether it's actually worth your energy this time, if they've actually done any kind of healing in their dark night of the soul moment, because I feel like this is where they're at right now. They are down in the dumps, okay? And all they can think about is you. Let's see if they've learned anything, okay? Let's see if they have. I will pop the link down in the top of the comments, and I appreciate all of your energy exchange. I really, truly do. It helps your girl so much more than you might even realize, okay? And it really means the world to me. Thank you for the support. Thank you for liking the readings. Thank you for your time. Thank you for just hanging out with me. It really means so much to me. I'm so grateful just to be here and be part of your day and to read this energy for you. I'm sending you all my love. Thank you for your support. Okay, that's all I gotta say. All right, I'm sending you lots of love. I love you all, and I will either see you in the extended reading or I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Take care, loves. Hey, besties. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let's pop right into the extended. I know that we both know, okay, this energy isn't done because, Spirit's saying this person's gearing up to reach out, right? So we got to find out exactly how this is going to play out, what they'll say, and whether this time it's going to be the real deal, right? Or is this just another rerun of the same old story? We got to know. So let's just start with the very first question here, loves. What are they going to say? What are they saying? Okay, when they come forward, right? Not what do they want to say, what will they say when they come forward? And, what are they really hiding behind those words? Because we're going to find out, how they're going to show up and then what any kind of motivation is, okay? We're going to see what their motivation is first, okay? First and foremost. Then we're going to unpack their next moves, whether or not there's been any real changes, what the future could look like if you give them another chance, we're going to get into all that stuff here. So buckle up. Let's do this. Okay. Here we go. What are they actually going to say when they come forward? Okay. And if there's anything that they're hiding behind those words, we need to know. We have the world and the devil. Okay. Let's see. Ace of Swords. The Empress coming up again. And Death. Okay. What do we have at the bottom of the deck? The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. We're getting a lot of doubles. Okay, we're getting a lot of doubles out. All right, let's tune in.